All right, good afternoon everyone. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing good. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, yesterday I was expecting to hear a news about the return of former President Yahya Jammeh, and throughout yesterday we didn't see any news. There was no press statement from the government. There was no APRC members on the street. I didn't see any sign that Yahya Jammeh is coming back on the 8th of November as he promised. I kind of felt disappointed. I felt, disappointed, but at least if he's not coming back, it should have been made known to people so that people will know, because people like me have been waiting in a high spirit. I was like praying as well for him to return back, because this is the right time for him to come back. But we didn't see any news, we didn't hear anything, we didn't see anybody on the street, we didn't see any green anywhere, but despite that, we still need Yahya Jammeh back. To be honestly speaking, I don't know what is going on. I don't know if his coming back was heard by ECOWAS or by the Gambia government or anything. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what really happened. But all I want is Yahya Jammeh to return back to the Gambia. It is necessary. It is very, very important, because you have a lot of things to do. Like I always say, you have a lot of things to help to do in the Gambia to fix this country, put this country back on track, because the country is already out of alignment. The country need to be put back on the track. But despite that, we're still waiting with a high spirit, waiting for the return of Yahya Jammeh. It is very, very important. In all that, I get to understand that a lot of things are going on. Even if Jammeh decide to come back today, there are a lot of powers that will frustrate his coming back, to be honestly speaking, because they know very well that if Jammeh comes back, a lot of things is going to change. A whole lot of things will change. A whole lot of things will change in terms of politics, in terms of security, in terms of fighting corruption, in terms of voice, lend them voices. I mean, a lot of things will change, definitely. So there are some powers that will definitely want to frustrate his coming back. And I am not surprised anyway. I'm not surprised if the frustration comes from ECOWAS, because you already know that ECOWAS body is the most corrupt body and institution in the whole world. ECOWAS is corrupt. African Union is corrupt. United Nations is also corrupt. So if they frustrate his coming back, don't be surprised, because their puppet is already in the power. So they wouldn't want anything that would distract their puppet or bring back sanity in this country. They want someone that will be there for them, speaking for them, fighting for them, and making sure that they suck this country's destiny out. So we're not surprised if ECOWAS frustrate the return of Yahya Jammeh. But in all that, Yahya Jammeh needs to return back to this country, because it has been 9 years. Next year is going to make it 10 years that Yahya Jammeh left this country, and there's nobody in this life that deserves to be, just like a child. You take a mother of a child from the child. How do you think the child will survive? How do you think the child will feel? The child will feel sidelined. The child will feel rejected somehow. So taking Yahya Jammeh out of Gambia, it seems like you are depriving Gambians a whole lot of things, because Jammeh is that one leader that has his people at heart, that want the best for his people and ready to sacrifice a whole lot of things for his people. Like I said, what will you accuse Jammeh of that other leaders in Africa have not committed? There is nothing. There is no one tangible thing that you will accuse Jammeh of that no African leader have not committed. Starting from Adam Abaro down to Julius Madabio of Sierra Leone, down to name them, all the leaders in Africa. I'm not going to be counting John Mahama, because John Mahama is one man that I see as a kind of a hero. I consider John Mahama as a hero, because he's also that leader that have his people at heart. People like Tinubu and former late president Muhammadu Buhari. Those are tyrants. Those are people that have committed atrocities, and the whole world were on mute. The whole African Union were on mute. ECOWAS was on mute, watching them doing all these things. And at the end of the day, you come back to accuse Jammeh of doing so. I mean, I don't find it funny, to be honestly speaking. I feel like it's injustice to Yahya Jammeh and to the work that he have done in this country, and to the effort that he have made to develop this country, and all the things that he have done to improve the Gambian development. So Jammeh deserves to be back in this country, join back in the politics, even if he's not contesting for anything. I know according to the law he don't have the right to contest, but at least lend his voice in the country, contribute his quota as an elder statesman, help in fighting insecurity, and also help in fighting corruption, because this country is sinking in corruption. Like I said, corruption in broad daylight, where people do corruption without fear, without even minding that people are watching them. And at the end of the day, these things will be covered. This is one of the reasons why the former auditor general was removed, because he was making sure that everybody pays for all his atrocity. If you are a public official and you are committing a crime, or you are involved in corruption, you will pay dearly. So they found out that this man was really out to fight for Gambians, and they quickly removed him and put somebody else who will definitely help them to cover up a lot of things. And this is uncalled for. This is not the kind of Africa that we are hoping for. This is not the kind of Africa that we are going to live for our children, our great-grandchildren. It will be a big shame that we are living this world. At the end of the day, we'll be living a decayed society for our children. I mean, these guys are not doing this only to us. They are also doing this that it will affect our children and our unborn children. So, to be honestly speaking, we need Jammeh back in this society. We need Jammeh back in this country, and he deserves to come back. He deserves that honor, like I always say. He deserves that respect. Because if you are counting people that built this country and put this country back on track, and you've not counted Jammeh, that means you have not started yet. Jammeh did amazingly well in this country. So I felt disappointed yesterday. I felt kind of disappointed. I felt deeply disappointed. I felt deeply disappointed, because all I was waiting for yesterday was good news. Seeing people hailing, and seeing Jammeh crossing, waving hands like this, like he used to do. But we didn't see that yesterday. I felt disappointed. But nevertheless, no time is late. Jammeh will still come back. I believe that Jammeh will definitely come back, and when he comes back, all of us will rejoice. Even those that are against his return will also enjoy, and they will be happy, because I trust Jammeh and I know what he can do. Thank you very much, and see you guys in the next one.